I've been reading this book right here, The 4 Hour Work Week. One main principle that you could apply today that you'll actually like, that will help you make a lot more progress, is applying the 80-20 rule or Pareto's law. I've heard about this in class. We talked about this in economics and efficiency, but pretty much what it is that 20% of inputs are the 80% of results, right? So let's make this in the easiest setting, right? In a workplace, this rule would say 20% of the employees are the direct like correlation to 80% of the results, right? So 20% of inputs are 20% of outputs. 20% of whatever, like your habits are leading, or bad habits are leading to 80% of your downfall, if that makes sense, right? You could probably think of one, maybe two habits that are your real problems, right? For example, for me, is junk food and going on my phone. I have a bunch of little random, I don't know, habits that like I could fix them and they can improve my life, but it's not that serious. If I fix up my diet and I fix up my, going on my phone time, that'll give me the 80% of the results that I need, right? So that's the kind of, the bad habits, but even good habits, right? Say this YouTube channel, for example, right? I could try to optimize for every little thing. I could spend, if I want, 6 hours every single day optimizing my banner, my name, my handle, my profile picture, my descriptions, my hashtags. I could thumbnails, everything. I could spend 6 hours today optimizing everything about my YouTube channel and maybe make 2% results extra, right? The 80-20 rule in this situation is just record videos. If I had to do one, maybe two tasks, it would be record videos and edit them, and that's it. That's the 80-20 rule in this situation. These are, 20% of the things I could do. Recording video takes like 30 minutes. Recording and editing takes 30 minutes. That's kind of my 20%. Was going to give me the 80% of the results. So as an actionable step today, right? I want you to wake up or whatever, or right now, and think or jot down your goals and jot down the things that are holding you back from your goals, right? And for example, for your goal section, right, the two things that'll give you the most results could be going to the gym and starting a business, right? Could be whatever, I don't know, not going on your phone and exercising. It could be whatever you want, right? But pick two habits, even one habit, two to one, that will make the greatest results in your life. And for the bad habits, pick two habits that are your worst thing, right? Could be eating junk food, could be going out late, could be drinking, whatever. Now, you're gonna have like 2 to 4 different things that you jot down, right? And those 2 to 4 things, wage war on them. That's what you should focus your time on, right? Not the bunch of random other little things. And you'll notice, right? Say it's the gym and say it's business, right? Gym takes an hour and business will take you like, I don't know, like whatever, another hour, right? And you'll notice that for you to make the most progress in your day, you only have to work 2 hours. That's it, 2 hours. 2 hours of good focus will give you 80% of the results, right? That's what you have to do. I see a lot of people, do 100 billion different things. 2 hours a day on your goals is all you need, and that's it. That's it. Now, you could be asking, what can I do with my free time, right? There's other little things, like you could read a book. You could, if your interest is cooking, you could be cooking. If your interest is, playing a musical instrument, you could do that. But try to keep the time that you spend outside of these two habits as fun but productive as possible, right? Pick up a habit that's good for you, right? It doesn't have to be like productive, but like, whatever, like let's say cooking. It could be useful later on in life. Or let's say playing an instrument, it can be useful, but it's still fun. So don't be like a total like like a weird, like a dickhead, and just, I don't know, like the rest, whatever, 22 hours you like spend eating junk food or whatever. But have 2 hours of intense work, and the rest of the time do productive but fun things to you. My fun and productive things have been reading and playing the guitar. Those are my two kind of like habits I'm sticking to, and cooking, learning how to cook food. So yeah, apply the 80-20 rule, Pareto's law. Search it up on that if you want more information. But yeah, see you in the next one.